Hey guys, it's me again, Kiana, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title of this video, we are going to be doing my review of The Crown of Oswald by D.E. Knight. About 2 months ago, the publisher reached out to me on Goodreads and asked if I would like to be sent this book in exchange for an honest review within 2 months. My 2 months was up, so I ended up reading it in the month of November. My November wrap-up will be left on the eye somewhere. And I did not enjoy it. For those who don't know how I do my reviews, I do my rating, my favorite character, my least favorite character, the synopsis, and then my personal review. Because I was sent this book, we are going to do it very differently. I'm going to read my synopsis and then jump into how I personally do it. So, we're going to read the back. In Oswald, the only thing more powerful than dark magic is one secret. For 16 years, Ivy Lovely has been hidden behind an enchanted boundary that separates the mundane from the magical. When Ivy crosses the border, her powers awaken. Curiosity leads her crashing through a series of adventures at the Halls of Ivy, a school where students learn how to master the magical blood and the power of Oswald's mysterious gem. When Ivy's magic and her life is threatened by the Dark Queen, she scrambles to unearth her history and save Oswald before the truth is swept away. This is the first book, and I want to say a duology or trilogy. So we're going to put the book right here. We're going to talk about this. I ended up rating the book a 3 out of 5 stars. I felt that it took way too long to get into the story. The middle part was my favorite. We got a lot of details, which I enjoyed, but then they rushed the book. The book is about like 300 and something pages. I felt it should have been longer, and they could have spaced out the ending and Ivy's history more clearer and understandable. My favorite characters were, of course, Ivy and her roommate Rebecca. Ivy, because she has no idea what's going on. She does not know she's magical. She grew up, first of all, she was an orphan. She was left on the side of the road when she was a baby, and she grew up as a Scully maid, basically making the cakes, checking on the fires, all of that. And then Rebecca's her roommate, who's a royal, but she doesn't want to be a royal. The royals in this world, the magic is very split up between two different ways. You have the royals who, their one power comes from a gem that they have to wear on their crown. And then you have the skivvists. The skivvist works for a certain royal family and basically can do anything and everything. But the royals' magic is contained to that one gem. Rebecca does not want to be controlled by that one gem, but she is able to turn basically into any animal that she pleases. So instead of being the royal that is controlled by that one, she asks the school to let her study as a skivvist, and they do, and she ends up being roommates with Ivy. My least favorite character is the Selector. The Selector is like the headmaster of this school. She knew a lot about Ivy's history, but instead of helping her and letting her know what was going on, she kept like getting her in trouble and all of that. And then I didn't like the royal Damaris. She was very stuck up, snotty, felt the world revolved around her feet and all of that. This book reminded me a lot of Harry Potter. Harry Potter was orphaned. He didn't know who his parents were. He didn't know he was magical. You know, there was the headmaster, aka the Selector, who knew his backstory, wouldn't tell him. There was that person who thought that the world revolved around his feet, Draco Malfoy. You know, Harry and Harry Potter had someone to help him, much like in this book, Ivy had Rebecca. And, you know, in this book, Ivy had the Dark Queen coming out of her because of her history. And Harry Potter had Lord Voldemort going after him because of his history. And it was too similar, and it pissed me off because it's kind of like a ripoff of Harry Potter. So let's get down to my review. Like I said, we follow a girl named Ivy Lovely, where magic is split between two different kinds. Royals who have it based on a jewel and a crown, and skivvists who work for the royals. Ivy was abandoned on the side of the road, and for 16 years she worked as a maid. Then Ivy got accepted into the Halls of Ivy, which should have been like a hint to what was going on, which she has been dreaming and sketching up since she was a little girl, which wasn't much like Harry Potter. Ivy dreamed of this school. She dreamed of this man who worked for her real family, but she never knew who they were. And that was very different, and I did enjoy that because some part of her subconscious knew who, like Ivy knew who she was, but didn't really accept it. So I like that part a lot in this. That was the one original part. And then when Ivy gets to this school, in this school there's a room of forgetting, that you throw stuff in there, and as soon as you throw it in there, as soon as you throw it in there, everybody's supposed to forget it. But for some reason, Ivy's the only one out of that entire school who can remember stuff that is supposed to be forgotten, which should have been another red flag. But I enjoyed it. Like I said, this book was 3 out of 5 stars. It took way too long to get interesting, and then once you got interesting, they rushed to the end, which I did not enjoy. But yeah, that is my review for The Crown of Oswald by D.E. Knight. I kind of want to pick up the second book and see how it goes, but I don't know. But that is all for my review. I'll be leaving here 2 videos. Honestly, feel you guys should go check out. I try my hardest to post Mondays and Thursdays, and I'll be seeing you guys hopefully very, very soon with my holiday book recommendations. Bye, guys.